Hi guys, I'm Kristen Nettapak, and you're watching Science Fiction TV. Well, this week we have a slew of reviews, as usual, a few science facts, some heavy controversy, and of course, all the latest happenings in the geek community. It's going to be a full show, so let's kick it off with some Game of Thrones. I'm sure most of you caught the show last Sunday on HBO. I know I did. And fans loved it. There was, however, one very notable objection to the fantasy epic by New York Times reporter Jania Belafonte. In case you're not up to speed on this and haven't seen the blizzard of responses from geek women everywhere to such treachery, Miss Belafonte's article opens with swipes about the size of the cast and the difficulty with keeping track of who's who, leading up to a few salient remarks that set the blogosphere and Twitter universe aflame. And when I say aflame, that's an understatement. And her quotes were, and I quote, "Game of Thrones is a costume drama sexual hopscotch, and that it's boy fiction, i.e. not for girls, because you all know we're just too simple to comprehend anything that complex." And then to slap HBO in the face, she stated that her biggest complaint is that neither Game of Thrones, or True Blood for that matter, fit the HBO genre. Oh no, HBO knows nothing about complex characters and brilliant storylines, do they? She ends it by wanting HBO to get back to the business of languages for which we already have a dictionary. Last time I checked, honey, everyone in Westeros was speaking English. This week, Miss Belafonte posted a follow-up piece addressing the feedback she's received, where she admits that she just doesn't know any women who are into that sort of fantasy. We obviously aren't friends. P.S. Sexual hopscotch is my new favorite game. Just so you guys know. Let's hop into the world of science. Our very own Dr. Nigel Seal brings good news from the physics heads at Fermilab just outside of Chicago regarding the Large Hadron Collider he spoke to us about a few weeks back. And here's the news. Wait for it. Their Tevatron accelerator, or circular particle accelerator, for those of you that aren't big dorks, has discovered the signature for a new particle, most likely Z boson. This Z boson could be the first evidence of a new kind of fundamental force. The job has been passed off to the LHC as the Tevatron accelerator is going to be closing in October. The comics world is buzzing, and we've got your fix. Let's get started with the First Lady of Comics, Amy Radcliffe, who reviewed Star Trek Captain's Log. Now, this is a collection of logs from a variety of Starfleet captains, including lesser ones that only real Trekkers know, like Pike and Harriman. Each story has a different writer and often a different artist. So Amy tells us the stories are fun, and she enjoyed the cameo from Bones as he dresses down one of the captains, as only Bones can do. And if you're into Trek, you're going to love this. And if you're not, this is really awkward. Going from one end of the time-space continuum to the other, Amy also reviewed Conan, Road of Kings #3. Conan continues in his journey to bring Olivia to Ophir along the Road of Kings. It's a story filled with kidnapping, sea monsters, and treachery. Kind of sounds like the stories my grandma used to tell me when I was little. Ah, memories. Amy says Conan is fierce as ever, and she's definitely enjoying the series. So if you like your heroes with a little more primal power, not to mention chest muscles, ladies, and a little less capes and laser beams, Conan is worth your time. Brian Tudor's been hitting the comic shelves as always. Yeah, I don't think he sleeps. And he's brought us all of the major happenings in the comic universe, such as Flashpoint is the big DC summer epic that's just around the corner. Brian reviewed the Flash #10, which begins to lay clues about what's going to happen in the summer story arc. Flash #10 finally reveals the identity of Hot Pursuit, a time cop from one of the multiverse worlds. If there's anything that's just as cool as a Time Lord, Doctor Who fans, it's a time cop. The book reads in two parts, with the first being focused on Barry Allen's, aka The Flash, interaction with Hot Pursuit and Kid Flash. The second part is a good old-fashioned murder mystery. Again, this sets the stage for Flashpoint, so, yeah, go pick it up. Okay, well, give me like 2 more minutes tops, then you can go pick it up. And when we're done, and before you head out, check out the reviews for Green Lantern number 65, Green Lantern Corps number 59, which covers War of the Green Lanterns, The Fear Itself tie-in, Iron Man number 503, Young Justice 3, and Batgirl 20 on our site. Get over here! Okay, I don't know if I did that right, but you Mortal Kombat fans out there are quite familiar with that battle cry, and I hope that you are on the giving end of it when it's said. The 9th installment of Mortal Kombat franchise hit store shelves early Tuesday morning, and epic moment, everyone! Brian put down his comics long enough to give the PS3 version some blood and gore time, and his verdict can be summed up in one word. Awesome! The graphics are killer and the controls are familiar, so the learning curve was fairly low. Brian says he loved every blood-soaked minute of it. While you can't jump through the cutscenes, overall the game is a must-have if this is your taste. Well, if you guys like the show, definitely let us know. Give us a like on YouTube, and please be sure to leave your comments, good or bad, because we care about what you think. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter @ScienceFiction or like us on Facebook to stay informed. We're a little crazy about posting. Okay, we post a lot, but it's all good stuff. Geeky stuff, too. Big thanks to Christine, Amy, Nigel, and Brian for their contributions this week. I'm Kristen Nedepak, and I'll see you next week on Science Fiction TV from ScienceFiction.com.